Oh shit, we already live. Man, what's going on, MGL? Back at it again with the podcast. Unfortunately, we had our Raiders, the locker room host, he had a dip due to some personal reasons, so I'm gonna be filling in for a little bit as a co-commish for the podcast. I couldn't get anybody on this week, so y'all just have to listen to me talk and see what I guess I got to say about the league. But man, week one went really good. Didn't really have too many sim games. Really happy to see what these new users bringing in, man. And season two gonna be something else. So let's get right into it, man. Bears versus Browns. I think this was a sim. I think they had like a connection drop or something like that. But Bears took the dub. Also a sim. Rams at Cowboys. Cowboys come out on top again through the Rams. Let's jump in to see what these stats looking like. Y'all know both these teams like to pound that rock, and let's see if anything's changed. Ezekiel Elliott, 22 attempts for 168 yards and 3 TDs. Man, I just don't know how you could commit to the run like that. I've talked to Cowboys before, and he's like, hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of deal. So kudos to Zeke. Christian McCaffrey, man, pretty quiet. Rams, 9 attempts for 26 yards. Might have to be looking at and to see what you're going to do to get C-Mac the ball and be successful with it. D.D. Westbrook balling out, 3 receptions, 112 yards, 1 TD. Tyler Higbee, 3 receptions, 109 yards. It seems like both these guys, they got that one receiver they like to go to. Me personally, I like to choose all the flavors in our book. So kudos to the Cowboys, man. I know Rams took a dub week 2, so they're gonna be 1-1. Solid user, so he'll bounce back. He's gonna be fighting me for the division as always. Jags and Chiefs, man. This new Jags user said he got some smoke for y'all, bro. Putting up 40 on Kansas City. That Josh Allen trade really did something nice to him. Let's jump into these player stats real quick. Josh Allen, 124.3 passer rating, 338 yards, 4 TDs, and 1 interception. That's pretty nice. Patrick Mahomes, man. 2 interceptions for 3 TDs. Not terrible, but could do better. I mean, it's Patty, so you know you got to be nice with him. Let's see what this rushing yards looking like. Antonio Gibson, 20. Man, y'all be pounding this rock, bro. 22 attempts. That's crazy. For 44 yards and a TD. So it's looking like Kansas City kind of had old Gibson on lock, man. That's like 2 yards a carry. Le'Veon Bell, quiet. Shit, if he getting six attempts for 19 yards, I might have to go step into Kansas City's office, see if we can't get him down here. Talk about receiving, of course, Tyreek Hill. Damn, 3 receptions for 212 yards, average 70 yards a catch, 3 TDs. Shit, say less. Mike Williams coming in 4 receptions, 109 yards, 27.3 yards a rack. Shout out to the Jags for taking a dub against Kansas City. This was a sim. We ain't gonna talk about sims. Man, this new Vikings user, man, he said he coming with it, and he displayed that week 1. Putting up 408 yards of offense, looking real nice. Almost 200 yards of rushing, 200 yards in the air, and 17 first downs. Man, that's pretty much all you need to win games, bro. Passing, we got the Rook, Zach Wilson, 136.5 passer rating, 173 yards and 2 TDs. Joe Dirt Kirk with 120. Passer rating, 209 yards, 2 TDs. Let's see what Cook looking like. Dalvin Cook, a lot of attempts, but he's got the yards to back it up. 23 attempts for 193 yards, averaging about 8 yards a carry. 3 TDs. Gotta love it. Nakeem Hines, averaging about 4 yards a carry with 1 TD, kind of quiet. Let's see what this receiving looking like. Paris Campbell. That's a new one. I really ain't seen too much Paris Campbell. 6 receptions, 114 yards, about 20 yards a catch, and a TD. Damn, Dalvin Cook out here fucking gripping people too. 7 receptions, 90 yards, and 2 TDs. So Dalvin Cook out here making moves. The kid, Jalen Waddle. Man, if Jalen Waddle ain't getting at least 120 yards a game, bro, y'all got to get that man the ball. He's a game changer. Once you build him, the dude's a dog, absolute game changer. So shout out to the new Vikings user. Glad to see him out here doing big things. Giants and Eagles. Let's see. Man, that was a close one. Philly gonna escape by 1. 336 versus 351. So pretty neck and neck when it comes to offensive yards gain. Eagles on the ground for 160, so they're out rushing Barkley. It looks like Giants wanted to air it out though, 253 versus 176. But let me see something real quick. Okay, one turnover apiece, one turnover apiece. That ain't bad. I be seeing some games that's like motherfuckers be throwing 6 picks and still winning the game. I don't know how the hell y'all be doing that, but hey, kudos to you. Justin Fields, his rookie debut, 85.8 passer rating, 183 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Man, Philly, you better be treating your boy right. If not, you're gonna have to take a flight out to Seattle, man, to see what's going on. Man, we can get old Big Trust Russ over there in the Eagles uniform. Danny Dimes, 135.4 passer rating, 272 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 interception. So, going back to the box score, man, it's looking like, I mean, it was pretty neck and neck. I just wonder if it was just a time thing or somebody missed the extra point or what the deal was, why Giants didn't come out on top or why it went Eagles' way. So maybe I can get one of y'all on the podcast next week and y'all can break it down for me. Moving on, we got Patriots and Dolphins. New England takes a dub over a solid Miami team. One-hand Superman. I've played in a couple of different leagues with this guy before. I played with him at 4th down in Madden 20, and I've also played with him over at Red Zone before they shit the bed. If you was from Red Zone and you off in first and MGL, man, I don't know what the hell happened over there. They saw your boys out there smashing motherfuckers. They're like, oh man, we can't let Trap House get a bowl, so let's go ahead and shut this motherfucker down. 476 yards, 187 rushing yards, 289 passing yards. Man, that's a lot of offense, man. 2 turnovers apiece. Dolphins was converted on 3rd down one more time than Patriots, 4-5. No 4th down conversions. Man, let's jump into these player stats to see who's balling out. Minshew in New England making noise, 158.3 passer rating, 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Baker Mayfield out here looking like Baker, 101.8 passer rating, 207 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Not bad, not terrible. But my question is you got your franchise QB and you brought in Baker, so I'm gonna have to pick Miami's head about that here in a couple weeks once I can get him on the podcast. Moving on down to rushing, Austin Eckler, 15 attempts, 155 yards, averaging about 10 a carry, 1 TD. You know how it goes. James Conner in Miami making noise. 20 attempts for 80 yards. Man, I read that shit wrong. Man, if you're running the ball 20 times, man, we got to be getting big pops, man. Are you going to move on to your pass game? Receiving, the rookie receiver gets 4 receptions for 137 yards, 34 yards a catch, and 2 TDs. Devontae Parker, he's a dog. Almost went and got him last season, but I was able to get Brown instead. 5 receptions for 107 yards, averaging about 21 yards a carry. So kudos to both these guys. I'm really trying to see what Miami's trying to do, man, because he started off real hot last year. It kind of fell off like mid-season, lost to some crazy teams that me personally I don't think he should have lost to. But hey, let's see what Miami gonna do. Shout out to the one-hand Superman bringing in some comp. That was a force. Tampa Bay taking a tough one to the 49ers, man. We gotta help old Yeti out, man. We can't have old Sheriff looking like that. Tom Brady still in here looking like absolute hot garbage. 83.0 passer rating, 226 yards of passing, no touchdowns and a pick. Jimmy G out here balling, 137.4 passer rating. This man threw for 29 yards. Oh, so we got to see what this rush is looking like. Ooh, Raheem Mostert toting the pill. 11 attempts, 183 yards. Badgers about 16 yards a carry. 3 TDs. Well, I know from experience that he's hard to stop, man. I actually had to play him in week 2, and they had my ass in panic mode. But, you know, Big Trust had to come in clutch, and we're going to talk about that next week. Let's focus on week 1. The rookie, he's getting about 5 yards a carry. He got a TD, so not bad, not bad. 49ers incorporated Coleman a little bit. Shit, 2 attempts for 30 yards, man. I'd have tested that out a little bit more and see if I couldn't get Coleman to him. But, I mean, shit, if most are getting, 183 yards on the ground, 3 TDs, I guess you don't really need nobody else. Moving on. Let's see who we got next. Broncos and football team, man. This Washington said he coming for heads this year, bro. He took a dub 28-17 over a tough Denver Broncos team. But I want to see what this defensive stats looking like because Washington's got a tough defense. When I played him first go around, man, I couldn't get anything going. I was having to pull the kitchen sink and the plumbing out to beat that guy. Uh, we got Anthony Averett. I hope I said that right. 5 solo tackles, 2 assists, 7 total tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, no picks. We got the strong safety Landon Collins. Old man Collins got 4 solos, 2 assists, a tackle for a loss, and a pick. So that's pretty good stats. Pretty good stats. Uh, Man, let's see what this passing game looking like. Trevor Lawrence making his rookie debut, looking pretty solid. 140 passer rating, 200 yards on the money, 2 TDs, no picks. Gotta love it. He's out here making noise. Dwayne Haskins, put your motherfucking head down. You ain't gonna be doing shit this year. We got rookie versus rookie, man. Except looking like homeboy balled out on man. 63.3 passer rating, 221 yards. 1 TD and 3 picks, man. It's hard. It's hard to win games throwing 3 picks because I average about 3 picks a game my damn self. So Broncos gonna clean it up, man. He always finishes in the top, so we gonna see what's rocking with him. Da, 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 da. Arizona, we got Zay Laurent making his debut. Technically debut. He got waxed by Rams last year in the only game he played, but he come out hot, man. He said he been in the lab and he ranked #1 in the PS5 head-to-head. So he said he out here taking heads. I know he lost an OT to the Rams, but man, it just made my division that much harder. But we're gonna see in a couple weeks what he really working with. 415 yards of offense, 66 yards of rushing. So it looks like both teams are trying to air it out on each other. Let's see, man. Lurk boys out there, man, causing 4 turnovers. It's hard, man. It's hard to win games. Hard to win games when you putting up 10 points and turning the ball over 4 times. Dak Prescott, 96.3 passer rating, 372 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 picks. Man, got to clean up them picks, Cardinals, man, because that Green Machine secondary put you in panic mode. You're going to clean that up. Old man Breeze out here doing his thing, but had a rough day, as you can see. 29.8 passer rating, 168 yards. No touchdowns and 4 picks. Let's jump in the rushing game. Alvin Kamara, 15 attempts, 60 yards, averaging about 4 yards a carry, a touchdown. Kenyon Drake doing his thing. Man, bro, 14 attempts for 54. We got to do better, bro. We got to do better. You got to put on for our division, bro. Let's talk about that defense for a little bit. Demario Davis, 11 tackles. Man, that's nice. Dylan Moses, oh man, I was praying to God he was gonna fall to me in the draft. This dude's finna be a problem. Got 9 total tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. Malcolm Jenkins, man, Budda Baker all the way down here at #5 on the defensive stats, man. We got 5 total tackles and 1 tackle for a loss and a pick. Shit, man, you better treat Budda right. He got to come to the Green Machine. Hopefully you can pay him. So shout out Cardinals, man. Shout out Zay Laurent. We gonna see what that guy gonna do. Moving on down, we got Houston and Indianapolis. Houston's gonna escape air. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. We all ISO Colts user, man. He got creamed in the playoffs last year by the Steelers. So we gonna have to see what he gonna do this year, man. Started off 0-1. Hopefully he can move up to 1-1 in week 2. Pretty close offensive yards. 3 turnovers apiece. 393 versus 406, so pretty neck and neck, very close game. I personally haven't got to play Texans yet, but I get to play them, I think, like week 14 or 15, so looking forward to that. We're going to see what Deshaun and the boys finna do, because I've heard good things about him, but he's kind of quiet on the timeline. I would like to hear a little bit more from him. Deshaun Watson coming in at 134.1 passer rating, 330 yards, 3 TDs, and a pick. Rushing, we got Cedric Craig, the rookie, pretty quiet on the ground. Let's see what both looking like. Marlon Mack, 12 attempts for 54 yards, averaging about 4.5 yards a carry. Cedric Craig kind of quiet, so I want to see what Cedric Craig gonna do, man. I've heard he's a pretty good rookie to pick up in that draft class. So shout out Texas, man. Congratulations on starting off 1-0, and man, let's see what you're gonna do. This game, we going to dive real deep into this because Bengals did not have the best season last year. He had a real good draft, had some first-round draft picks, and comes out and takes a dub over a real tough Steelers team, over a real mouthy Steelers team at that. So Steelers like to talk a lot. I want to see what he got to say about the Bengals putting it on him like that. 471 yards of passing. Blame my last. We got 407 yards of offensive gain. 198 yards of rushing. You know, mixing, turning up. Steelers turned the ball over 4 times. 4 times against that Bengals defense. So obviously Bengals making moves, been in the lab. Very interesting. Very interested with this game. Let's see what these stats looking like. Joe Burrow having himself a day. 124.9 passer rating, 280 yards in the air, 4 touchdowns, followed by 1 interception. We got Mason Rudolph, aka get bonked in the helmet by Myles Garrett. 85.8 passer rating, decent amount of yards in the air, 4 touchdowns, but man, them 3 picks, man, that's gonna kill you every time. So let's see what Steelers gonna do, man. He made it decent in the playoffs last year. But look at a little suspect getting popped by Bengals like that. Minka having himself a day. He got 10 total tackles and a tackle for a loss. Shit, man, if you ever think about moving Minka, bro, slide in my pocket. Slide in my pocket, and I will give you the farm. Pratt having him a good day. 6 tackles total. Terrell Edmonds, 5 total tackles. Devin Bush, 5 total tackles. 5 tackles with a Duke at cornerback. Man, that's Steelers defense, man. Everybody getting some tackles, man. That's 5, 10, 15. So pretty evened out on that Steelers defense. So let's see what them guys gonna do. All right, Panthers at Seahawks. We're gonna talk about our game a little bit, man. Panthers came out and he kept it close for a while. Scoreless first quarter, man. He kind of put me in some tight spots. I threw a pick first drive, marching down the field, and he went down. I got a red zone stop. But man, it was just real slow pops, man. I started going slow, and it just really started putting a toll on him. Wound up draining in the fourth. But Panthers is a real good user, man. I got nothing but respect for Panthers. But we'll jump in my stats for a little bit. I don't want to brag about my game too much because apparently I talk too much. I'm trying to change my shit up a little bit. That way motherfuckers don't be on my ass so much. 360 versus 257. I had 3 turnovers. Actually, I had 2 turnovers. So we went 2-2. Russell Wilson had himself a day, man, regardless of that interception. 133.4 passer rating, 276 yards and 2 TDs. Man, Kyler Murray was going through it, bro. We put him in the trenches, man. 15.5 passer rating, 60 yards and no touchdowns and 2 TDs. My defense was balling out though, and I am gonna jump into that a little bit. Bobby Wagner, man, we got a tackle for a loss and 7 total tackles. Trey Boston, he got him 7 tackles. Shaquille Griffin, my dog, man, 5 tackles. Miles Jack out here with a tackle for a loss, 5 tackles. My boy Chaz Surratt, love this pickup, man. Really glad I grabbed him. 5 total tackles and a pick. Quandre Diggs got himself got a tackle for a loss and 4 tackles. Man, Marcus Williams, bro. This dude had Marquise Brown on lock for the most part of the game because I'm really trying to build Brown this year, but had to air it out to Shark, man, because he had Brown on lock over the top. But enough about my game, man. Good luck the rest of the way, Panthers, and hey, man, I know the Green Machine. We doing our thing. The new Raiders user, man, had a tough time against a tough Chargers team, man. I really wish I could play this guy this year, but it's looking like the only way I'm going to see Chargers this year is if I make it to the bowl. And he'd do the same, man. Talked a lot of noise back and forth, but I think we kind of come into mutual terms on each other. I know I was in his DMs talking trade talk, but gotta respect the guy, man. 500 yards of offense, man. And Justin Herbert's always balling out, so y'all can take a look at these stats, man. I know y'all probably getting tired of me talking. We're gonna wrap this thing up here pretty soon. Player stats: Justin Herbert, amazing day, 131.2 passer rating, 388 yards in the air, 6 TDs, 1 pick. Gonna win games like that. Derek Carr, struggle, man, 35.6 passer rating, 227 yards, no touchdowns and 6 picks. Oh no, Vegas, we got a problem. Looking like Derek Carr was at the casino late last night, man, and coming to the game hungover, but. Hope this Raiders guy's getting ready to turn it around, man. He's got a real good team. He got left with a chance to build a lot, so I'm gonna reach out to him and try to get him on the podcast and see what he thinks about the league and everything. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm gonna do players of the week real quick, but man, I really do appreciate y'all staying active, man. Season 2 is gonna be better than season 1, and season 3 is gonna be better than season 2. We're just gonna keep growing as a league. If y'all want to see new shit, DM me. If y'all want to hear new shit, DM me. Y'all want to get on the podcast, you want to do your own podcast, make your own Twitter account. We love that shit, man. I know Cardinals franchise the Lurk Boys. I thought that was pretty cool, man. So if you're trying to get on the Lurk Boys squad, man, upload your clips, man. Send them to the Lurk Boys account, man. Maybe you can get put on. That is trademark. If you ain't the Lurk Boys, then we drop a Lurk Boy shit on the timeline. You dig? Players of the week, we got Shaquille Barrett. I don't know when the fuck he got over there, but good pickup by the Colts. So y'all take a look at the players of the week. Dalvin Cook. Oh man, I'm trying to get him in Seattle so bad, but this man Vikings gonna want to give me the farm, but we're gonna see what happens. Well, man, if you're listening, I appreciate y'all, bro. If I spoke out of line on your team, shit, do something else next week. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. MGL, stand up.